Hello, everybody. This is Alia Jamal, the love coach, and we are meeting for another love circle. And today we have a very light, delightful topic, and that is moving from your head to your heart. When I got into self development, I started learning all about mindset, how you can control your thoughts, how you can imagine things and your intellect, different pieces, and how it plays a role in how to create your life. But one thing that I struggled with a lot was negative thinking. So for me, that was the thing. My mind would just run so fast in such a deep, dark direction that I just didn't know how to control it. So what I was learning, whenever your mind goes into negative, try to argue with it, or maybe try to change it to positive, look at the positive, look at the positive. But it was challenging to stay positive. I learned to ignore those thoughts. But then I discovered something in 2019. In early 2019, I discovered the power of heart. And when I say the power of heart, I'm not talking about physical heart. I'm talking about the energy of heart. I have studied energy as well. Pranic healing is the modality that I'm continuously studying. But this was discovering that there is a world of heart itself, heart center, its energy, and how our wisdom is there, and how our soul, it kind of like lodges into, seat of our soul lodges into our heart chakra. So I'm not going to share all the details with you because it gets very technical. Maybe I'll just make a topic of its own in the future. But it opened up a completely different world for me, which I am still studying. I'm still mastering what I am learning there. But what I discovered that the true powerhouse is not your mind. The true powerhouse is our heart, and how we can connect with it, or we can live from there, or we can bring our awareness there to control our mind in such a easy way. That's what I discovered, and that's what I want to share with you guys. So today it's all going to be how you can go from here to here. It might be short, it might be long, I'm not sure. I got wonderful notes here. So first, let's look into what is it living from your head. Now, all of us, pretty much every single person who's watching this, we all went to school and we were taught to use our left brain, our left logical brain. So we analyze things, we look at the pros and cons, and we think sometimes in a very linear way. Unless you're an artist, if you are doing any other job, like accountant, I was working as a cytogenetic technologist. All of that was all about facts, what's going on, very linear. So when you've been doing that, you're going to school, you're getting trained year after year just to do that, we get stuck in that way of living. Unless you have a balanced lifestyle where you're nurturing your right brain, and you are more into creative, you're more into tuning into things, which most of us are not. Like a good chunk of population, we are more into let me look at the pros and cons, analyze it, have a plan B, C, and D. Let me be safe just in case. So we get stuck into just thinking, and not just thinking, overthinking. We don't think to solve a problem. We just think to come up with all the possible scenarios and how I'm going to act in each and every one. That is waste of a lot of our energy. I learned it later on, and now I try to conserve that energy that I can use to create so much more. But when we get stuck in that, and that becomes our way of living, we have hard time connecting and feeling, and it's almost like we have abandoned a part of us. But if that's all you have known, you don't even know life any other way. So that I call being stuck in our head, We just live here. We look at everything from here. If you close your eyes right now and you just ask yourself, where am I? Where's my awareness? Usually you're going to find it right here, right behind your eyes. That's where you're looking the world from. But when you're looking at the world from there, you are not you're not connected to the soul. You're not connected with your soul. You're connected with everything on a very physical level. Oh, this is my reality. This is what I am facing right now. But that is just a fraction of all that you are. So we want to live life being able to see the complete picture, not just the point in time I am in right now at this moment. We want to be able to see a whole picture. And that we can do when we leave our head and we bring our awareness to different parts of our body from different places within us. That's why it's very important. So I'm just getting right into why it's important to even change our focus to heart. That's where we live with the life of possibility. Let's say you're going through a challenge right now and you are looking for solution to a problem. You want to create a change. Your life is going down. You want it to go up. If you would only look at what's in front of you and you'll try to push yourself through it, you're doing it from here. But if you will move to this part of you, you're going to start to look at so many possibilities, and there would be so much ease to move through and do the exact same thing. There is more ease when we get out of our head. There's more connection with whatever you're doing, and you get to see more possibilities. So one of the biggest benefit that you're going to see is how easy life can be. If you always thought life is hard, it's difficult, and you can't get ahead of the problems that are always thrown at you, you're going to start to notice, if you practice what I'm going to share today, that life is starting to become a little easier. It's becoming a little easier how you even deal with day-to-day life. For example, if you have a child, I have a child who's 8 years old, and you're struggling making them do things, and they're like, talking back all the time, and they're like, I'm not gonna do this, and you're struggling to discipline them in whatever way, or even get them to do their homework on time, whatever is struggle going on, or maybe have them eat vegetables and fruits. If that is the struggle going on, once you're going to move your awareness to your heart, it's going to get so much easier. You'll feel like you just say it and your child responds to it. And I'm going to help you understand why it works the way it works. And because I do have that scientist mind, I just always have to know why everything works the way it works. So that's what I'll be sharing with you. So you're definitely going to leave with a little bit more insight into, and definitely convinced why you should change the way you interact with life, with world, and where your awareness should be. And it's not that you're going to become like 100% living from the heart. It's a tool that's available to you. When you're in the moment, you can shift and you can use that tool. For example, if let's say it's morning time and let's say started my yelling spree. I'm like, oh, we are getting late. Let's get out the door, put on your shoes. And I sense I am talking out of fear that we're going to get late. He's going to get late slip, all that stuff. If I recognize that, that's the key. I switch to speaking from my heart, being in my heart, and everything just melts down. Everything melts down. I'm not anxious. I'm not rushing. The child is not rushing. And that moment of strain becomes a moment of joy, presence, and harmony. So in that moment, I use this tool. And then maybe, I got in the car, I completely forgot about it. I'm again back here thinking about what are the next thing. on my schedule. And then maybe I again find myself going here and there, and I again use the tool. I'm like, oh, Alia, you're in your head again. So I bring my awareness back into my heart. So this is just to show you it's a tool that you get to use whenever you want. I personally keep checking in with myself. Am I in my head or in my heart, or am I in my lower back? That's another place you can go. So I'll be sharing that with you too. I have just gotten into this habit of checking in with myself over and over multiple times in the day. I prefer to be more in my heart because there's so many benefits, which I'll be sharing with you. Okay, so first let me show you the mechanism. So we do have this built-in mechanism within us. So let's say this is us, and this is where the heart is. Just drawing it this. So let's say this is the heart chakra. This is the energy of the heart. Physical heart is, maybe let's say somewhere here. But this is the center of our heart energy. Once you either touch it, let's say you're like, okay, I am, going into negative thinking. My mind is racing so much. Right here, we have a chakra. It's called palm chakra. Electromagnetic field touching another electromagnetic field, because that's what chakras are. It's part of our energy body. Energy body has its own system, just like physical body does. So when two electromagnetic circles are coming together, it becomes a bigger field. So what happens? This is just to explain, it's not actual. So let's say if your heart chakra was this size, now it becomes bigger. So as soon as your heart chakra becomes bigger, your physical heart sends a signal to your brain. What happens in the process? Your lower brain, which is like, the fight and flight mode, gets turned off, and the higher brain gets turned on. So that's what's happening on a physical level, biological level. But energetical level, your crown chakra also becomes the same size. So energetically, what's happening? Your energy is expanding here. As a result of that, your energy is expanding over here. Now your brain has so much more energy available to use. Your heart has so much more energy available to use. So the flow of energy becomes better. And how we just activate it, just putting our hand over here. That's all we did. You just do that, and you're going to start feeling such a big difference in your life. Sometime, if I am having a very difficult conversation, now when I say difficult conversation, it's like, those conversation where you feel like, you might end up having a panic attack, or you might get so angry that you won't be able to talk. Just put your hand on your heart right here in the middle of the chest. When I say heart, I mean heart chakra. So put your hand in the middle of your chest, and you'll be able to have a very different conversation. If you're somebody who's very short-tempered, you get very angry very easily, start talking with your hand on the middle of your chest. Because what it's going to do, it's going to shift your energy of your crown, energy of your heart. Now, what's happening when this energy is expanding, or when the physical signal is going to your higher brain? When your higher brain gets activated, it's not focused on fear. So our lower brain is survival, fear, worry, anxiety. So when I am doing this, I am using this tool in the morning, I go from being afraid, oh my God, he's going to get a late slip, we're going to be late, I won't find the parking. I go from that frantic way of thinking to, it's okay, what if it gets late? We didn't get late even once this whole school year. So what if today becomes the day? I'll figure out the parking. So mind switches to possibility. So right away, this part of us is all about possibility. what else is possible? It is such a good question to even work with. Uh, let's say you're journaling, you're stuck with a problem, just write on the top what else is possible, and you're going to start having all these different things come up in your mind. Oh, I can do this, I can do this, all kind of different ideas. Because when we ask that question, we are activating the higher brain. We are activating the part of us that can see beyond fear, that can see beyond limitation. So just with this little tool, you are expanding what else is possible, and you are becoming very calm. Now, there's so many layers we can put on top of it, and every layer you add, it just becomes easier, better, and more fun. So another thing you can do, you can start breathing from the middle of your chest. So you'll be like, okay, my breath works here. How do I bring it here? You're going to focus in the middle of your chest where you put your hand. You're just bringing your focus here. And then you're going to pretend you're breathing from this place. So breath is energy. Wherever you breathe from, for example, you can breathe from your knee, which means your focus is there, and you're just imagining the breath that you're taking is channeled towards your knee. Again, wherever the focus goes, that's where the energy goes. If right now I'm focusing on my this finger, if that's where my focus is, it's going to get more energy over here. Focus is our thought power, where thought is energy. Wherever we start focusing on our physical body, that's where the rush of energy starts to go. This is a wonderful, wonderful tool, again, to have. It can shift your, whatever you're feeling in such a fast way. So when you're focused in your, in the middle of your chest, you're not here. You just traveled from here to here. All the energy is focused here. So this whole apparatus here, which goes on like this, is turned off. It's turned off, and this apparatus here is getting activated. And the energy that we do have in our heart center is energy of love. I'm not talking about emotion of love, it's energy of love. All of a sudden, you're going to feel so loved. And everything you'll be looking at is going to feel, oh, this is so beautiful. This is so wonderful. Your perspective about anything is going to shift so fast that you'll be surprised how quickly it works, because we are playing with energy. We are playing with energy, and that's creating a physical impact on our body. Another thing that happens are neurotransmitters, or the chemistry in our brain starts to change when you're just doing this and you're breathing from here and your focus is here. Your brain chemicals completely starts to change. We are shutting it off. It's able to get drained. It's able to renew itself. So sometimes we need to take time off so we can clean the space. That's what's happening. It's getting decluttered. When you're not just living here all the time and operating from your mind and being critical about everything. Also, another thing you're going to notice, your inner critic, the judgment that we are running against ourselves all the time, it's going to get smaller too. It's like, everything just dimmed down, and this thing become very, very loud. So when we are becoming very loud here, you are impacting the other person. So again, I'll give you the example of, I am the mom, I am getting fearful, and I am getting so anxious about leaving the door in the morning, and the child starts to get impact of the same energy, because our energy body mimics each other. If I am getting angry, the child feels angry too. If I'm getting sad, the child feels sad too. Because little kids, they don't have that built-in energetical boundaries yet, or they don't know how to practice it. Unfortunately, a lot of adults don't know either. But let's stick with the example. But when I am activated, when the energy of love is activated, and my heart chakra is expanding, his energy body starts to mimic that. I calm down, he calm down too. So we have a very beautiful moment. We get to share that ease and joy and moment of love together, and we get to school on time. So this is the easiest way you are not just going to impact yourself, but whoever is around you. And that person doesn't have to be present. We can impact others with our energy when we are not even around them. You can share that energy with them. Let's say you're home, you're feeling very anxious, and then you're able to calm yourself down. You activate your heart, your higher brain is activated. You're thinking about all the possibilities, the good possibilities. You're feeling love. Your family members, your spouse, your kids, they are going to feel that. We are connected with them energetically. All the people that we live with, unless we are consciously disconnecting it, which, the blood relationship or the spouse that you have, usually we do stay connected with them all the time. When I am doing healing on my clients, I only disconnect them from people other than family member. Otherwise, I do know that that person is, not a good person to stay connected. So that's when I teach them. And during my healing, I disconnect their energy from that person. But generally, we are always connected with our family members. So as you are feeling that love, they are feeling it too. They are benefiting it too. It is such a wonderful tool that you are silently helping them change their life. And it works wonders, but you have to use it yourself for you to really be convinced. Whatever I'm saying is just a conversation unless you actually practice it yourself. Now, another thing you can do, you can bring your awareness even lower. You can bring your awareness in your lower back. So right at the tip of our backbone, right at the bottom, you can bring your awareness over there. I am doing it right now. And one thing you would notice, the voice gets, a little down. Everything is getting down. The words that are coming out of my mouth right now, they're going to be more calculated, paused. Your whole energy body is going to feel like, oh, I'm coming down, as if you're getting a massage. There is a calming effect to it, because again, what's happening, our awareness is moving from here to different parts of the body. So this machine is not hyperactive. It's getting a time off. It's getting a vacation. And other parts of our body are getting activated. We are able to use their power and their wisdom. So for us women, or even for men, this womb area that we have, lower back, you can think of your whole hip, you can think of your whole hip bowl, that shape that we have. You can have your awareness in there. That is the place we create from. That is the place we create from. We create life, we create different projects. So that is the creative energy you're getting into. When you are there, there's no fear, doubt, worry, anxiety, all that kind of stuff. Right now, my awareness is here. I'm even having a hard time tapping into these all negative emotions sometimes we deal with. All we are doing is moving our awareness to the bottom of our backbone. Now, if you have not played with moving awareness, if this is not the kind of way you live right now, generally when you meditate or you do yoga, you have used this part of, let's say, your you have used this faculty. I'll say it's more like a faculty. You have played with this sense that it's easier to use. But let's say if you don't do any of that, put your hand on your lower back. Again, we are activating the basic chakra there. You can put your hand there. Right now I'm putting my hand, or you can put just like how you put your hand over here and we are activating, you're activating that part. So right now, you're just going to tell yourself, oh, I'm focused on my lower back. I'm focused on my lower back. And in your inner eye, see your lower back. Oh, I am touching that area. So your focus is not here, it's all the way down there. Another quick trick is to put a bandage there. And when you're just having conversations, when you're with your kids and you feel like, okay, I'm completely about to lose it, just ask yourself, where's the bandage? So your focus goes from here all the way down and your energy body shifts right away. Different things happen in your mind and there's a different version of you that's going to come forward and you'll be surprised. One of the things you're going to notice, your mind is just going to be like blank. There would be no thought, no commotion, and you might have never experienced that before. It's very, very good feeling. When I started playing with these tools, I just could not believe that my mind is going completely offline and I can still exist. That's when you start to experience being the human that we are, instead of just thinking and doing, because we forget this part. And most of the time, because we are not taught it this way, mind is just an instrument for the soul. It's not the power. It's not everything. We are so obsessed with our mind. Yes, it does have all the faculties, imagination, memory. We need it for critical thinking, but there's so much more to us than just our mind. Start to play with your heart. Start to explore your lower back. Activate the energy here. Activate the energy in your lower back. And you're going to see for yourself, there is a different version of you that exists within you. And you don't have to live as a fearful, frantic, worried person all the time from here, coming up with plan A to Z just to be safe. You have so much more wisdom within your heart, within your womb, that you can access that anytime. And you don't have to just rely on your mind to do all the thinking. There are very different ways. There's so many other different ways to connect with life and really feel who you are in your entirety. I'm just going to check if I have done. Okay, so activating your heart, moving from your head to heart. I'm going to tell it to you in three steps. So you'll remember it. One is putting your hand on your heart. And when you breathe, imagine you're breathing from here and bringing your awareness to your heart. So it's three very easy steps. Try using them, play with them, and share with me how do you find this new tool? How does it feel to start living from your heart instead of your head all the time? Another thing that you can do, if you're very serious about taking your brain offline, or not being so bogged down with all kind of thoughts that are going on, if you're ready to really tell your brain, take a hike, you can practice this in 5 minutes interval. Let's say as soon as you wake up in the morning, make it a habit, just put your hand on your heart and breathe from here for 5 minutes. You can do it before bedtime. During the day, if you feel you're feeling stressed out, you're feeling tired, you're feeling sleepy, it's very energizing too when we move our awareness from here to any other part of our body. it's very energizing because what's happening, we are conserving energy that we are using with that nonstop tug of war that is going on in our mind, and we don't realize how much energy we are consuming there. So you can do it as many times as you want in 5-minute intervals, because that, what it's going to do, it's teaching your body to be in a different way. And once your body learns, it it can be, or it can live, or it can exist from this place, it's going to crave it more. It's going to ask it. What you're going to notice, all of a sudden you would notice that you're putting your hand over here without even realizing it. That's your body asking for it. And slowly, slowly, you're going to notice that it's so much easier for you to shift your focus here. And you actually don't even like your body rejects when you're so stuck here and we're just having that tug of war here. By now, I do practice daily meditation. So my body is so used to not living from here. I do go there. I do experience all the emotions that we all human experience, but my body wakes up and rejects it now. Like my body would be like, I don't like it. Can you do something about it? So even if I'm doing dishes in that moment, right away, I am going to pause and be like, oh, I'm just overthinking right now. I am so stuck in my head right now. So it creates that internal tripping point where your body would tell you, hey, switch. But the more practice you do, the more of that body memory you're going to build. So use this tool, moving from your head to your heart. Use this tool and share with others. Share with me, how do you like it? And I really hope that you try it, because it definitely shifted so much in my life. It's so much easier for me to control my negative thoughts. It's so much easier for me to control my worry, my fears, and whatnot. Those are the thoughts that exist. We experience them every single day. But how we respond to that thought, that decides what kind of life or what kind of experience of your life you're going to have. So I hope you choose to use it. And that is all for today. If you have any question, reach out to me. If you're ready to take this journey and you want to go deeper and connect with your heart on a different level, reach out to me. We can have a conversation and I can tell you how I can assist you on that journey. Find me anywhere, Alia the Love Coach. If you're not watching this in the Facebook group or as a recording coming in the email, and I will see you soon. Sending you lots of love. Bye.